Good evening.
Hey, good evening to you, sir. How are you?
I'm good. How are you
I'm
doing?
doing all right. We are we're back. Yes, this is scenario number 6, playthrough number
Yes.
2, Battle of Nashville, and early confession, I do not have my iPad in front of me, so I don't have all the rule information, but that's great
Oh,
because you've got it, I'm sure, right there,
yeah.
and we don't have to belabor it too much tonight. That's a good thing.
Looking forward to this rematch
Good
tonight.
deal. I'm sure you've got lots of plans and schemes ready to go.
Uh,
Yeah. The
mm,
onus is on the Union for such trickery and obfuscation, right? But
yeah. I wish I could say I have got something up my sleeve, but I don't think I'm going to surprise you a whole lot tonight. I don't think.
yes, it always works out for Bullwinkle when he's got something up his sleeve.
Yeah.
Well, good. All right. Let's see. Let's hit the high points first of all. Let's if we want to, we will do our usual disclaimer for playthrough number 2. Roger and I may mention a few details from the first playthrough. So if you've not watched that one first, you're just getting this in your subscription feed for YouTube right now. Stop and go back and watch that other one first, and then you have been forewarned. But what do we think now that we had a week to kind of mull this over? Any
Well, I felt like I guess I felt last episode episode previously on Great Campaigns. Uh,
cliffhanger?
uh, that it played out rather oddly. I thought, in retrospect, there were a couple things. You had a great string of initiatives. I then had a great string of initiatives. The way the victory points, which I guess we'll discuss here in a second, play out. It's all about Brentwood, and the fact that I managed to hold on to Brentwood. Spoiler, too late. But yet you had me completely surrounded. Like I said, at the end of that, I think I did mention I did win, but I didn't feel like I won. So
Definitely a head
that,
scratcher. I mean, for both of us,
yeah,
it's like I'm winning? Question mark? No, I'm not. Okay,
yeah, exactly.
right.
Or I'm losing? Question mark. Oh,
No,
no,
no, yeah,
no need to
that's
panic
right.
by any stretch of the imagination here. I'm doing
Hood
okay on
keeps his
points.
chin up,
So
and all is right with the world, apparently.
yeah, yeah. So we'll see how tonight goes. Trying to avoid that on my part. Maybe heart is it played very differently than I thought.
Okay.
I'll say
Yeah.
that, and I think tonight we'll probably we'll talk about it post if
Yeah.
it plays any
Oh,
differently.
yeah. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to not do that, but I'll bring your cavalry out there to
Oh, that
as
big
I did
group
before.
of,
Yeah. Uh,
and I'm going to do one thing for my own
sure.
reminder. I'm going to clone one of these markers here and put them. It's hex column 44.
Right. That's right.
He doesn't.
I do love in this scenario more than anything that struck me is we have a biddle and a biffle. Talk about your brother fighting brother kind of thing, right? Second cousins
Let's
once
see.
removed on the other side of the Mason Dixon. Yeah, I haven't tried to figure out what I need to do as the Confederate player tonight because I have to react, right? And I like doing that. I mean, in some cases, of course, in some other games, like a game we were playing last night, in the multiplayer game, it's like, hey, do you want to do this? No, no, I'm fine. And then the opposite side gets a string of 26 initiatives, and suddenly
Oh,
you're not fine anymore, right?
yeah,
So,
exactly.
exactly. But you live and learn. You have to, and we will. Roger and I will beat this into everyone's head that's watching that is a new player and very excited about the system. When you have the initiative, never assume that you are going to get the next initiative. That is the axiom of this entire series, and that's why it's so brilliant, right?
Yeah, and I felt last week as a Confederate player, I was sweating out when to move, when to put an entrenchment up, when to put a flanks refused up, because
Yeah,
you only have so many fatigues,
right.
and you're outnumbered unit wise a great deal. So having the initiative boy, you got to do something. But if you do the wrong thing, you just burn a
Yeah.
fatigue.
And that's what
Um,
I'm a little. That's my trepidation for tonight as well. Is they are those are not equivalencies. A flanks refused and an abattis or even a movement or even a pass. Those are all fundamental questions that you have to ask here in 1864. Especially with this, we see that it is set up to encourage some kind of flanking by the Union player.
yes.
So yeah, finding that crease, that moment when you have to pull back from the line to defend that flank, is going to be very enlightening for me tonight. I think. Just depending on how things go, of course. We say that every
Yeah.
time, but
Yeah.
I think more than anything, when you and I play this, we're both so afraid of doing more harm than good. And even
That's definitely how I felt last
oh
week.
yeah, even to the
I was
even to
going to do more
this,
harm than good. I was like,
it
ugh.
doesn't matter if this is your first game or your 10,000th game. You are going to do something, and you're going to go afterwards going, man, that was dumb. Why did I do that?
Yep.
So I'm constantly overly cautious, I think, of doing something dumb, and that's when somebody truly seizes the initiative and they just run with it and they expose the opportunity. Yeah, they
Yeah, the
capitalize on the
opportunity.
opportunity, right?
Yeah, you expose something, you do, especially in these short scenarios, a single move, couple strings of initiatives, and it's like, oh, crud.
And I think the viewers at home will also notice that there's a definite tonal difference, at least on my side, when you hear me go pass, 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 and then you hear me go pass. I'm not sure
Yep.
what I want to do, but I don't want to screw anything up, so I'm going to see what you're
Yeah,
going to
you
do.
got a
Right? Yeah.
yeah, you got a pretty good situation. And it's like, or you're just not, especially towards the end game of this series,
Well,
where you may have only 2 or 3 units with two or three, a couple fatigues left, and you got to wait for that
oh yeah.
counter
Yeah.
punch.
Well, and
You know,
I think that's where I make my most critical mistakes is late game where it's like, "Hey, I'm up by a point or two. I'm just going to rest on my laurels and then zoom zoom zoom. It's over and I've
oh,
lost by a point or two, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And this series is definitely, at least most of the game. I mean, other than a couple of our playthroughs, have been that last trying to get one more manpower loss or one more
Right.
eke out one more point somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Um,
let's see.
this one was different, and I mean, if you haven't watched our previous the first time, that played out very differently than all the other scenarios in this campaign. I felt.
Very unexpected. And again, I think both of us were just left with our scratching our head a little bit. Where I want to sit down with an adult beverage perhaps and one of the designers and just kind of
Yeah,
tug on his
see,
ear a bit and go, so what are we thinking about this one? Why is it that? You know,
I think there's no question. I think that they've done a lot of
right?
playthroughs. I think Vassal made that easy for them to
Mm.
do and balance the scenarios because these scenarios to me have been very balanced. At least our playthroughs have been very balanced.
Incredibly balanced, yeah, I would say.
Um, and last week just kind of wasn't. And told my wife I feel like there may be a typo where there's a word or that maybe should be an and.
Right.
That's the Brentwood to Columbia line of communication.
Yeah. Well, we.
That maybe that's supposed to be an and word in there because that would have completely you would have won
Mhm.
easily hands down last week if that had been an and instead of an or. But
And
I
perhaps,
took it
yeah,
because I
right,
needed it because I hadn't won one in a while.
yeah. Um, well, I guess we'll talk briefly here about the special rules,
Oh
and you
yeah,
can kind of reinforce. I'm doing some of these from memory. I think number one is you will get the first initiative. I will get the second initiative pre-programmed, and then we will do them as per usual.
yep,
Ties will be you will get the low ties 1, 2, and 3 on initiative. I will get the upper ties 4, 5, and 6.
correct.
Brentwood, as we see, is the key here, and all the points are going to be in and around that. Biddle is wacky. He's unmounted cavalry,
Unmounted cav.
right? and we will address that as per Roger's desire to use him. And what else we got in the bag there for that?
Croxton, as always, can be activated by R. Johnson, despite the fact he doesn't report to him
Right.
officially. You're restricted. I can't believe you would do this even if you wanted to. Is there's a red
Oh,
line there?
right.
You can't move into that.
Correct.
I'm restricted because I can go into column 4500. I cannot go into column 4400.
Right.
I can go into those three hexes that are marked in blue, but I cannot cross Mill Creek.
Correct.
So I can't make a flanking maneuver to the
Yes,
east through
and
the
that
as much as I want to go
oh
to the Tennessee Insane Asylum, I cannot.
boy, how do you
At least not that way.
that was I looked at that 3 or 4 times going, I want it in my heart. Please let me go over Mill Creek, and the game was saying, no, you are not going over Mill Creek.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that in post
Right.
because I probably spent more time. I always in the rematches light bulbs go off in my head. Oh, oh, oh. So then the rematch, I do look at it more because I've got something to the baseline to go from, and I've looked at this probably more than any of the ones we've done, including the Stonewall in the Valley ones, which I really got interested in trying to figure this one out, and I don't
Right.
have a clue.
Well, at least
Which
we're
should be
honest
it
together
should be
about it. That's
straightforward.
right.
It should be very straightforward. I mean, this is about as straightforward as you can get, and
Sure.
I really don't understand it.
Right. Well,
Let's see. Is there anything else?
just
No,
the
as you mentioned,
score. I know. So 47,
it's
40.
yeah. The I have to get to. It is my responsibility. I have to get to 35 points for a marginal
That's
victory.
what it is. Right.
I get 30 points if I can get at the end of the game. I have an undemoralized Union infantry with no Confederate infantry unit adjacent. 15 if I occupy it with a unit adjacent.
Right.
If I'm not, don't have Brentwood, I get, this is the weird
Right.
one, 4 VPs for each hex in Williamson County.
Right. 4809, 4810, 4911.
Which is not the Davidson County. It's on the back end of
Right.
Brentwood, which implies something.
Right.
I get 10 points if I can just get a Union infantry unit in there, period,
Right.
at
In
turn
turn
one.
one. Right.
And then this is the interesting one that where I kind of wonder. Well, I get a bonus 25 points. I call it a bonus if I
If I'm not within two of it.
two hexes. Yeah, I don't have to be in there. I get 25
Right.
points. But they're in addition. And then there's a +3 for each Confederate infantry division in Davidson County that cannot trace the line of communication to Brentwood or Columbia. And that's where I think the word maybe should be and
Right.
Columbia. The LC is traced from division's hex to Brentwood or Columbia for any path. Continuous hexes, blah, 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 blah. And then there's 2 points for Union man, -2 points for Union manpower, and +3 for Confederate manpower losses.
Okay.
So definite combination you got to pull together here that to me is kind of difficult to do.
Well, in hindsight now, I mean, the more I look at I understand why they give us the or now for Brentwood, so that if I'm completely locked out of Brentwood, theoretically I can run a line of communication down through Nolansville or something that will eventually
Yeah,
meander back through Franklin and Columbia. So it's odd that knowing that the Union can't go into the 44 column, how close in do they have to be to completely cut off all of those units in Davidson
yeah,
County? Um, and then why would Brentwood matter at that point if you're going to also have Columbia in there? But those are questions for another time. We will discuss that in
yep.
post as you say. But I think we're ready. And we also have no leader transfers for the.
No leader transfers, which is on the Union side. I got to tell you right now, I'm a little annoyed. I would like to do some leader transfers,
Sure.
but I cannot. So I guess I get to start, and this is my stunning opening. I'm going to use Smith to activate Gerard, Moore, and MacArthur.
Wow, deja vu, man.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect
I
that.
know.
After a whole
And
week
of
of thinking about this, I'm back to the obvious play.
right. Mimicry
So
is the
here's one
sincerest form of flattery.
one die +1. Well, I consider Thomas to be probably the best combat commander the Union Army had, so why not follow in his footsteps? One die +1.
Okay.
I get a 4. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit. I kind of zoomed
And
out.
as always, good luck to you.
Oh, good luck to you as well. Yeah. So that's 4. I get 5. Moore's going to go first. He's just going to go 1, 2 to there. Gerard Smith's going to go with Gerard. He's going to go 1, 2 to there. And MacArthur's going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. He's going to join Smith there. And now it's to you for your initiative.
Okay. We got breastworks already, so entrenchment when you're at breastworks already is just, that's such a pain in the butt because it's 2 or 3 steps before you can actually really get any benefit out of it. So,
Yeah, that was something I had to learn as we were playing last week. I hadn't really got up to speed. This is, and for those of you who aren't worth, this is my first, this scenario is the first time in 1864. So I'm still getting used to this entrenching as part of our movement action. And I sometimes forget, as people are kind of point out in the comments below.
I think I am going to, seeing that massive pile up there, I'm going to activate Ector to fatigue level 1. We'll activate him with Stuart, and he will come out of his entrenchments. And here's his movement of +2. Gets a 7. He will fall back to there for 2. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, initiative. It's mine again. So now we will activate Ector to 2, and he will dig some new entrenchments to Abattis. So he gets a 1.5. So he's a 3 now. Initiative. It is now yours.
Okay. Smith will activate just Gerard. His movement 1 die +1. So he gets 3 movement points. So Gerard's going to go 1 to there. Smith's going to go with him. He has 2 points remaining, so he can launch a normal attack if he wishes. That's going to be 9 to 3. Be a +3 assault. +3 artillery is a no effect. Looking at the CRT table.
It's bloody.
I don't.
It's very bloody.
I don't like it at a 9. So I'm going to stop there with that move.
Okay.
And we're going to do the initiative. It's yours.
Okay. Can I get away with that again? Let's have Stuart activate Walthall. So he would come out of his entrenchments. And here's his movement +1. Or +2, excuse me. 6. Ooh, that's nice. So he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, not even 5, 6. It's just, yeah. Because he's a 2.
Yeah.
So just a 5.
Yep.
Okay.
5.
All right. Initiative. It's yours.
Okay. Smith going to activate Gerard, MacArthur, and Moore. Okay. So here's their movement. There's a 4. Smith is going to transfer to MacArthur. He's just going to do a min move to there.
Ooh.
Jay Moore is going to do a min move to there as well. And here's Gerard's extended march to 3. He's okay. He's going to make a move to there. Initiative. It's yours.
Okay. Let's go to 2 with Walthall. And he'll put up a flanks refused marker first. And hopefully get the next initiative, which I do. And so
Eyes go to you. Is that right?
high ties go to
Eyes
me.
go to
Yep.
you. High ties go to you.
So we'll go to 3, and he will entrench to Abattis.
Which makes sense to do it in that sequence because you don't have to roll for extended march
Exactly.
with entrenchments.
Exactly. So
So he's now at 6 + 3 is a 9.
okay. So initiative. It is now yours.
Yep, timing's always perfect.
It's what we give the people: excitement, intrigue.
That's right. I'm glad this is playing out differently already. Well, one of the things I went here was I wanted to go slow tonight. So manpower wise, so you've got a flanks refuse. That takes my +2 to a 1,
Just a
or does
plus
it
one.
go away completely?
Just a +1. Yeah.
Okay. do this deliberately. So Gerard is going to go to fatigue 4. Yeah,
Conventional
he's just going
wisdom
to do a min
is
move.
even if you plan to just slide him one, just roll. You may get a 6 and change your mind.
Yeah, let's roll and see what happens. This is his movement.
See?
There's a 6, which
I
also
want $1 million.
says me extended march. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 could get him to Old Providence Church. Well, let's roll for his extend. The 5 plus 1, so he has to flip. He is just going to do a mid move to Belmead.
Bum bum bum. So now you've got a +2
Okay,
flank on me.
initiative. I do get the initiative. Well, we're going to bring in, we're going to cover the artillery. I'm going to bring in MacArthur and Moore with Jay Smith and a core assault. So here's the attempt. They went to fatigue 3.
Okay.
3 minus 5. They both come in.
Okay.
So we have a type of a +1 attack. You have for tactical, you have a 2 is a high, I have a 3. So I get a +1 for tactical. The ratio is going to be a 0 because I just cover the ratio. But there is no terrain. Artillery is I have 5 pieces to your 3, which is a +2, which is a no effect. So artillery is also a 0.
Right.
Terrain is okay for a flank. I have 6 hexes covered, but you have a flanks refused. So that removes 2,
Mm-hmm.
so it becomes a +2 final
That's
flank.
right.
So I have 4 up and no down for a final of a +4.
That's right. 4 up, no down.
Here we go. +4 assault. It's a +4 result.
Right. So yeah.
You have 6,
So
so you
yeah,
do
I do
take a
take one,
manpower
and
loss.
you get
And I
1.
take a manpower as
Okay.
well. And 1 fatigue for me.
All right. So I'm going to take it
Which
off of
means
Walthall, I think. He'll go
they're done for the day.
there, there. Okay, so they will move as a group, and they got to go away from you. So where they're going to go that 1, 2. So I can't go by road. I have to go 4806 away. It'll be 4 ways, so they got to go there, and then they can go 2 free ones basically, and go there and there. Take that hill. Okay, that's a good attack.
And
So you're up by 1 point because of that.
yes, 34 to go. Okay, I'm going to not take the
Okay.
hex. I'm going to stay where I am. Try to keep lowering in down a little bit there on that flank. But Smith is done for the day. Initiative. It's mine again. Wilson is going to activate. I'm going to use Wilson to activate Knight's division, and it's going to be 2 dice plus 2 since he's a Union Cav Corps commander. Now I wish I'd activate everybody, of
That's
course.
pretty nice, yeah. Jeez
That's
Louise.
11 plus 2 is 13. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. We'll park them at Brentwood. Initiative. It's mine again. I'm going to take them to fatigue 2. They're going to build some entrenchments. Okay, initiative. It's mine again. Wow. Okay.
I think you cracked the code. It's the secret is get a cavalry unit in there and just hole up.
Yeah, we'll see. Wilson is going to activate Hatch's division. Kuhn and Stewart. Here's their movement. 2 die plus 2. Wow. 12. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Initiative. It's yours.
I think we'll have Lee activate Stevenson. to 1. Here's his movement +2. 7. He will transfer to Stevenson. And he'll go 1 to there with 6 remaining. What would Hatch like to do?
He'll stand his ground.
Interesting. Yeah, be my so +1 attack, huh? Yeah, I think I'll make the attack. So it's going to be 2 up and 1 down for a +1. Prep, leadership, minus artillery. In rolling, that's correct. Yep. Okay, so here we go.
Yep.
+1 Confederate on the right. And it is a failure. Utterly. So it's a -1.
-1.
Repulsed.
5.
And I'm a
2
6.
fatigues for me.
So 1D for me and 2 fatigues. Yep. And of course, you do have an optional withdrawal if you'd like.
They will stay put.
Okay. And lose a manpower, and I will give you 3 points. Alright. That was unfortunate. But I had to try. Initiative. It's mine again. So Lee will activate Johnson then. Here's his movement +2, 4. So Lee will transfer 2 there. And go 1, 2, 3 to there with 1 remaining.
Those guys will stand.
Okay, that's what I figured. Okay. Initiative. It's yours.
A wood will activate Elliot and Kimball. Here's their movement. 6. Elliot will go 1, 2 to there. Wood and Thomas will go with, if I can find him, Kimball. That's 1 there, 2, 3, and 4 to there. Initiative. It's yours.
Okay. Loring will march in place. Put up flanks refused. Initiative. It's mine. We'll have Chalmers activate to 1. We'll activate Rucker. They will come out of their entrenchments. Here's their movement of +2. It's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Initiative. It is low tie, so that's yours.
Okay. Schofield is going to activate Cox and Betty. Here's their movement. It's 5. Schofield will move with Cox. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Betty's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Initiative. It's mine. Schofield is going to attempt an assault, core assault, with both Betty and Cox. He's a district commander, so this will be a 1 die -2. So it does come off.
Yeah, raring to go.
So this is a type. It's going to be +1. Tactical will be +1. I have 22 to your 3, so it's 7 to 1, so +6 ratio.
Gotcha.
I have 6 guns to your 1, so that's +5. On rolling terrain is a die roll for me, even it'll come in. It comes in, so artillery is a +1. Final flanks, I have 5 hexes covered, but 2 come off, so there's no flank and there's no terrain. So the final is I have 9 up and none down.
Ouch. Okay. Yeah, that'll certainly
Uh,
hurt. So, plus 11, which is a 3 DR.
yeah,
So they are down.
with an asterisk.
Yes. So they're double demoralized. All right. So let's give you those VP. Let's see. One, two, three. And they're going to go down one, two, three. And
There's no effect on me.
they are going to demoralize twice. Boom. And so they go away from you. One, two, three, four. We'll just take them 5 and 6 well out of range.
Yeah, I'm going to take that hex. Initiative. Double sixes is yours.
Cheatham will activate Lowry. So Lowry will go to 1. Here's his movement of +2. 4. Cheatham will go with him. He's going to go 1, 2 to there. 2 left over. That would be a really foolhardy attack there with 2.
Jiminy Cricket says, "Go for it."
Damn that Jiminy Cricket!
And I'll go, "What the hell was I thinking?"
Okay, so as always, the dice are going to determine much of this tonight. So I am going to hold there, and we'll roll the next initiative and see if I get it. I do. Okay, so now it's time for a little more activity. I think Cheatham will activate Lowry to 2 for an attempted assault on Schofield, and his 22 there. So he is a 5. Here's the assault attempt, and it does come off. And he sends a courier over to Hood's camp and says, "We want to bring in Clayton, so can we have a grand assault, General Hood?" So here's the grand assault attempt.
If you'd have gotten, let's say, I rolled a 3. I think I asked you this last week, actually. You could have bought in, which would have been a 2. You
Right.
could have bought in Clayton and Stewart, despite
Correct.
the fact that Stewart is completely surrounded.
That is right.
You could have bought him into the. Okay.
Yeah, any adjacent attacker friendly hexes to the defender I could bring in. So I must proceed with this ill-fated attack. Yikes. All right, so this is gonna hurt, but we'll see what happens. All right, so we got +1 for the attack, and we got tactile is a wash. We've got minus, so it's a 1 to 4, so it's a -3 for. Oof, yikes. Okay, it's -4 for ratio because I can use words. Let's look at how bad the artillery differential is. You're rolling, and you've got at least 4 more pieces than me, right? So it's a -2. But I do have a +3
+3
final flank. So we get 1, 2, 3. So I see 4 up and 5 down for a really ugly -1 assault. Is that what you see?
Oh,
So here's a -1 attack. I'm not even going to look. I'm going to avert my eyes. Confederate on the right. Hey! I got an even. So what is an
22
even?
is a 1D for me.
Okay, and for 6, it's a 1D for me. All right, so
Oops. Ah,
that's mine.
yeah.
So, but we
Use
shut
those
down
two.
him
Yep.
for a moment.
Okay.
Okay, so they're both 7s, but at least they're done. And I've managed to cut Schofield off for a moment. All right, here's the next initiative.
Did gain a point there.
It is yours. Bum, bum,
Okay.
bum.
So yeah, Wood's going to attempt a core assault with Kimball and Elliott. Here's the attempt. Wood has a command rating of 5. 4, so only one can come in.
The tide is
Inter-
turning. Maybe.
interesting. Okay, so you have 12. So we'll use Kimball for the assault. Thomas, let's see, he could potentially bring in those two to help cover the ratio. So yeah, Thomas is going to
Is
attempt
he is he the Rock of Nashville too?
the core assault here, or the grand assault. Thomas took the grand assault. It's 4, so there's
Um,
nobody to come in.
nope.
So this will be an 8 to 12. So the ratio will be a -1. Artillery is 2 to 4 is a -2. So that's going to be a -1 for artillery. Pipe is a +1. Tactical is a wash. Terrain is a wash. Flanks, I have 6 hexes covered. You have a flanks refused. So the flanks refused, I have 4, but that takes 2 off. So the final flank is a +2. The final I have is 3 up and 2 down for a +1 final.
That is what I see.
+1 final, Union on the left. And
Yikes!
wow, I got my 6-1 split.
Ugh, the heartbreak.
So that's a +6 result.
Yeah. This could be a
Um,
short night tonight.
on 6 manpower.
Is a 2 DR for me. I think we're getting close to the ouchie point.
And so it's 2.
So one,
Plus, you're going to probably lose
two.
some more, I think, on the
I am
retreat.
going to lose at least one, depending on which way I go. All right, so we'll take that. We'll flip them.
There's no
They'll
effect on me.
demoralize. Okay. So right, 6 at 6. Yeah, it's 2D. So they lost 2. Okay, so I'm going to give you another 2 VP for that. All right, so we'll lose that. Now I have a choice here because both of them are at the same priority level of 4A, 4B. I could go this way
Yes.
and lose another manpower, which I will. So we'll go decrease the manpower there. We'll give you another one. So that puts me at 27 to 4. And then they'll go there. And farther away. Right, so there are 2 there. Let's see, hold on. So he's 2 here, he's 3 here, 4 here, and then he can go 5 and 6. So that hex is
Um,
yours if Kimball would like it.
yeah, I'll move Kimball into it. And Wood and Thomas will go with him. Initiative.
It is yours.
Blows their mind. Okay. Okay, we'll activate Couch on his own. Just a single die for him. 5. Good die roll tonight for movement for me. I can't complain on that. It's going to go 1, 2, 3. Initiative. It's mine again. I'm going to activate Steedman. Here's his movement. Wow, great movement rolls. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to there. Initiative. Yours.
All right. It seems like Cheatham should get Bait and Smith out of there. So they will come out of their entrenchments and move. Here's their movement roll of +2. 7. Cheatham will transfer to Bait. And Smith will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Cheatham will go 1, 2, Initiative. Yours.
Wilson will activate Johnson, which would Croxton, Harrison, and Biddle. Here's their movement. 3 is 5. Biddle, we'll get a chance to talk about Mr. Biddle. He is unmounted Cav. So he gets to go 2 dice, 5, divided by 2, 2.5, rounded up. So he gets to go 3. That's as far as he can go, which makes him kind of useless in a lot of ways.
But historically accurate.
But historically accurate. So where do I want to try to do with Mr. Biddle? 1, 2, 3 to there. The rest of these guys can go 5. They're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. Initiative. It's yours.
All right. Chalmers will activate Rucker. Here's their movement of +2. 6. 1, 2, 3 to there. Initiative. It's mine again.
Happy to see that 1-6 pop up on initiative rolls.
Lee is going to activate both Johnson and Clayton for movement. So here's their March +2. It's an 8.
Nice.
So what would Mr. Knipe like to do with his C6?
They're gonna stand.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright, so Clayton will come out of his... Go 4 to there and 5 to there. And Johnson is a 6. They are an 8. Let me see if there's a better way to do this. If I've got an 8, so I could actually do this then. Let's do 2, 3 to there with 5 left over. That way I'd get the full... of course, you'd get the opportunity then to escape. So would you like to escape?
Knight doesn't give me anything for holding Brentwood. So yeah, I think the right thing to do at this point is to retreat, I believe.
Okay. And you're going to get quite... I mean, you've got 8 manpower there, so that's at least a hefty modifier for the retreat.
Yeah, so he's going to increase fatigue to both, and they're going to go to disorganize. And here's the Cav retreat roll. 5.
Okay. So I will lose... it's 5 plus 2, so I will lose 3 of those.
And so I'm going to have to retreat away. So it's 49-11. Oop, going to break. That's 1. He did not go into a Zoc, so that's 2. 47-12 for 3. And 4 to 47-13. And I'll stop there.
So I had 1, 2, 3. So I had 5 left over, and I just lost 3 of them. So I can go 4 into there and put up a flanks refused. Since I got an extra movement point, I might as well do it, knowing what's coming. Yep. All right, initiative. It is yours.
Schofield will activate Couch. Here's his movement. 1 die plus 1. 3. Schofield will transfer to Couch. And he's going to go 1 to there, 1 to there, and 2 to there. So we're going to stop there and do an initiative die roll. It's yours.
Cheatham will activate bait. Increases fatigue. Here's the movement plus 2. It's 3, which is what I needed. So 1, 2, 3. Initiative. It's yours.
Schofield will launch will attempt an assault on Lowry. This is 1 die minus 2. It does come off. So this is 11-3 ratio. It's a +2 ratio. Tactical is a +1. Type is a +1. Artillery is 2-2, which is a 0, which is a -1 for artillery. I have 5 hexes covered, but Clayton takes one off, so the final flank is a +1, and there is no terrain.
Looks like a +4.
+4 final. Here we go. +4 final.
Mm, mm,
+5 result.
On a 3. It's another 1 DR.
For me, it's an end action.
Okay, so he's gonna give you another VP to 10. So I'm at 30 and you're at 4, so 26 victory points on manpower so far. He must go here because it's no Zoc. And then 2, 3, 4.
I think he will move into that hex. Okay, initiative. Yours.
So yeah, Lee activated Clayton to march. And it is a 4. So he's just gonna transfer to Clayton. Go 1, 2, 3. God, so many approaches to cover. Yeah, we'll go there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Initiative. It's mine again. Cheatham will activate bait to 3. Here's the movement +2. It's an 8. Here's an extended march. He's okay. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. Initiative. It is low tie, so it's yours.
Wood will activate Kimball and Elliott. Here's their movement. 1 die +1. It's 3. So MP here is going to be 4. And here's Kimball's extended march roll. 5 +1. He flips to disorganize. And they're going to go 4 movement points. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. There's Elliott's extended march. He also has to disorganize. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4 to there. School. Initiative. Yours.
Johnson will go to 3 and dig in. Initiative. It's mine again. Cheatham will activate Smith to 2. Here's his movement. 6. We'll transfer to Smith. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. Initiative. It's yours.
Wilson will activate Croxton and Harrison under Johnson. There's their movement. 2 die +2. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to there. Initiative. It's mine. Demon will activate this movement. 1.
Because
There's
that's
1.
what Steedman do.
Initiative. Mine again. We'll bring up Morgan. or his movement. 5. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to there. Initiative. Mine again. And we'll push Demon Fatigue 3. Here's his movement. Oh, now he gets a 6. Here's his extended
Wait
march.
for it. There it is.
Yeah. Disorganize. Okay, so he goes to 11 to a 7, and he has MP of 6. So if he goes 1, 2 to there, he has 4 remaining. Demon will stop there. Initiative.
Yours
For
again.
mine. So we'll take Morgan to fatigue 2. Here's his movement. It's a 2, so he can just go. Do that. Let's go 1, 2 to there. Initiative. Mine again. I'll take Thompson to fatigue 1. There's his movement. 1. Initiative. Mine. Thompson to fatigue 2. Movement. 4. 1, 2, 3 to there. Initiative. Mine again. Oh, let's take Biddle. Initiative. It might come in handy somewhere along the line. Oh, it's actually, wait, 2 dice divided by 2. 4 divided by 2 is a 2. And go 1. Can he? Okay. Rules question. Unmounted.
He is treated like an infantry in all manner.
Okay, so he can only go to there.
Yep.
Initiative. It's yours.
Hey. All right. We'll have Smith go to 3 and entrench. Okay. He's got an abattis. Initiative. It's yours.
I'm going to pass, I think, at this point. I'm going to let everybody try to get some healing done.
I will pass as well.
Wow.
I don't see. I don't want to push anybody beyond 2 if they're there. Um, so you've had a pretty good run today. So I got to run out the clock as much as I can. I've got abattis where I need them, and I mean I know what you're going to be doing. So it's
Do
just.
you?
Um, well, I
Yeah.
mean I've got enough. And of course I'm saying this, and this will bite me in the butt later. But I've got roadblocks where I
Yeah, you
need
do.
them. Remembering, of course, that as long as I stay within 2 of Brentwood, I'm good. So that's one box checked. At least 1 unit, right? Or can
Yeah.
right? At least
It's
1
just,
unit,
yeah.
right?
At least one division takes those 25 points off the map. Yes.
Correct.
Off the board.
And you did not get the 10 points bonus
I
for,
did not.
so that's off the board. And so yeah, I mean I see the blue wave a coming, and all I really need to do is twofold. I need to prevent you from getting into Brentwood, obviously, and then ideally prevent you from getting those 3 hexes on the Williamson side, and then keeping some kind of an avenue of communication open to Brentwood and or Columbia. And or, see, I'm doing it now. All right, so I
It's
will.
just an or, not and, just an or.
Just
All
an or.
you do is or, which all the roads given.
Okay, so everybody that's demoralized, it's going to be like that for the remainder of the game. So they are fodder. Should you choose to go for manpower losses, that seems like a pretty good strategy at this point for the mopping up. We are on to turn number 2. So, would you like to do any leader transfers?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring Thomas. Where do I need Thomas to be? Now, he does not need to be. He just needs to be on infantry, right? He does not need to be with a corps commander or another district
That's
commander. He
right.
just needs
Yeah,
to be with an
because
infantry.
Hood even started this one with like Johnson or something with no
Yeah,
leader.
yeah. I'll remove Thomas over to Betty Cox stack. I'll leave Wood where he is, and Schofield where he is. And Wilson will stay where he is. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the only move I'm going to make.
Yeah. Stewart really has nowhere to go. His entire unit is his core is completely demoralized, so he will stay with Loring. Cheatham, I think, needs to stay facing off against Wood, and Lee and Hood. If he stays with Lee, he's within 3 of everybody, so we'll do that. Okay, so no transfers for me. Do we want to do a quick VP check for the folks at home? And
Yeah, probably we
all right,
should. Yeah, just to
okay,
kind of get everybody up to speed here,
okay. So
and ourselves
currently
as well.
I am at 10 manpower losses, which is 30 points for Roger, minus his 2 manpower losses, which is 4 for me. So it's a net 26 in his favor, and the threshold is 35. So he needs to manufacture 9 points this turn. How will he do it? I don't
Yeah,
know.
indeed.
Yes.
Yeah, the 10 points for turn one is off the table, and that leaves me with getting to Brentwood, which gets me 15 if you have units next, or 30, which would be great. Unlikely.
Hmm.
Or somehow drive all your units two away
Right. For 25 points.
for 25 points, which also seems unlikely. So yeah, this is I feel like I had a very good first day, but boy, a lot of work to do yet.
Yeah, and a lot of moving parts, and many of your units are already at fatigue 1, so that if they get the slows or something,
Yep.
which is fingers and toes are crossed on my side.
Yep. Yeah, the whole Army of Tennessee is way off north and west.
Yeah.
Long ways away from combat. I'll have a hard time getting them into the game here.
I believe Johnson's philosophy in Brentwood is grim death or to the last man, something like that, right?
Yeah, and I need to make sure I don't drive. I can see me driving units into Brentwood,
Sure.
and you just stacking up a huge stack,
Right. Yeah,
which
Schofield
is
has to be very wary of that too. Yeah. Um,
so I don't know. I'll be interested to see how I
well,
close this one
let's
out.
uh,
As we,
let's let's not delay the
yep,
excitement. So here is our first initiative.
I know,
It's
and it's
mine.
yours.
Okay. Well, I don't really want to waste initiatives either. Like you said last week, I do think maybe it's time to extricate Biffle from this nonsense here. But he's kind of stuck there. We'll activate Biffle. Go to 1. Come out of his entrenchments, which were quite nice with a fort. But no guns, so that didn't help. So here's his movement +1. That is Biffle's job. Professional speed bump. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. Initiative. It is mine again. Let's take Biffle to 2. And here is. He's across a creek now, though. He could at least anchor that flank. So you know what? I think we're just going to entrench him. There we go. Initiative. It's mine again. Loring will build an abattis at 2. That helps a little bit. Initiative. It is now yours.
Schofield will take couch to fatigue 1. This movement. He's just going to go down to there. Initiative. It's yours.
I think Bait will dig in. We'll go to 1 and throw up abattis. Yeah, initiative. It's yours.
Read my mind on that, I would say. So yeah, I've got to start kind of hammering away here, I think. So Couch is going to go to fatigue 2 with an attempted assault by Schofield. So this is going to be district commander -2 roll. Unless it's a 6, in which case it does not come off. Initiative. It's yours.
Okay. Kind of wish I had some more tools in the toolkit here. So we will have Rucker activate with Chalmers. Here's their march of +2. It's a 9. So we'll have them go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. Initiative. It is mine with a high tie. Rucker will go to 2 and dig in to Abati. Initiative. It's mine again. I will pass.
Wood's going to activate Kimball and Elliot for movement. Here's their movement roll. 5. Okay, Elliot's going to make a mid move to there. Kimball's going to make a mid move to there. Initiative. It's yours.
Yeah, I got to make a try. So Lee will attempt an assault on Wood. They're in the woods, ironically enough. So Clayton goes to 1. Here's the attempt. And it does come off. No sense bringing Cheatham in because that would not help. So we'll just go with this. So we have +1 assault, +1 for hood bonus, -1 for ratio of 1 to 2, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes covered, -1 for 5007. So is a +1 flank.
Final
Yeah.
flank is a +1, yes.
So I see 3 up and 1 down for because there's no artillery in the woods.
Yep, no artillery in the woods.
So +2.
+2, yes.
Okay. Here we go. +2 Confederate on the right. And it is a +1,
What's that
which
do?
was 5. So I get a 1D, and you get a D, which that hurts because it puts you getting closer to that manpower. So, so I'm at 33 now to your 4. So
You didn't take a manpower loss.
at 5.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, 1D. Yeah. Clayton is done for the day, but that removes a tool from the toolbox. So we'll see if that's worth it or not. Initiative. It is yours with low tie.
Tactics, tactics.
I've heard of these things, but I am not quite familiar with them myself.
It's a game of tactics, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to take Thompson to fatigue 1. So here's his movement. It's a 1. He's just going to make a min move to there because it's all he can do. Yeah. Initiative. It's yours.
We'll have Walthall dig to fatigue 2 and build an Avati. Okay, initiative. Yours.
Okay, Hatch is going to activate Kuhn and Stewart. So it's 5, 6. Because I got Wilson. Probably should have put him somewhere else. 1, 2, 3 to there. Initiative. Mine. Wilson this time will activate Stewart and Kuhn. Here's a 9 plus 2 is 11. Here's Kuhn's extended march roll. He's okay. He's going to do a min move to there. Here's Stewart's extended march roll. He's going to do a min move there with Hatch. Initiative. Yours.
Johnson will go to 1 and start his breastworks. Initiative. Yours.
Thompson's going to go to fatigue 2. Here's his movement. 2. He's just going to make a min move to the hill there. Initiative. It's mine. Schofield's going to activate Couch and Betty. Take them to fatigue 2. Here's their movement. So 1. He's going to transfer to them. Here's Betty's extended march. He's okay. Here's Koch's extended march. Oop. Hit it twice.
That's all right. It was fine either way.
They're both fine. And they're all going to go to there. Okay, initiative. It's mine again. Sorry, shouldn't be this hard.
Well, no, I mean, I totally get it. I mean, that's with 6 victory points, in the balance here. You need to. How do you attack in mass with mass forces without causing friendly fire and losing manpower in the process?
right. Or do I try to go in with overwhelming force to get enough ratio to make a difference? Keep pushing my luck.
Yes. How to do
Okay,
that?
I'm gonna take Betty to fatigue 3. And here's the attempt at this core assault. It comes off. So right now what I've got is I've got a 7-to-3 ratio. So that's going to be ratios of +1. Artillery doesn't count. Type is going to be a +1. Flank is a +2, as we've discussed. So the final right now would be a +4.
That is right.
If I request a grand assault and it comes off, then I do have to bring in however many hexes it calls for.
No, you have the option to up to that number.
To that
It's a
number.
may, yes.
So yes, I'm going to attempt a grand assault. It doesn't come off in any case. So this is going to be a +4 attack.
Get your
And it's a
+4.
+4 result.
Which, luckily, is not a
It's not.
manpower loss.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Okay.
And I pick up a fatigue for me.
Yes. So they are done.
So that Betty's done for the day.
So no harm, no foul, other than going to D1, and he goes farther away. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there.
Now, the question is, do I want to take the blacksmith shop? Trade a roadblock. Cost me to use an extra movement point, but if I don't, Cheatham could move into the blacksmith shop. Yeah, I think I gotta move in there to get some Zoc into 4309 and 5009. Comment below on that move. Initiative. It's mine. Field's gonna activate Couch to fatigue 3. Here's their movement. His movement 4. Extended march 4 plus.
That is +2.
So he does lose him. Let's see, he's 11.
Yeah, I think it's just a manpower.
So he loses 1 manpower. 5. So no, but he's got to go into woods. Didn't take that into account, did you? He's got to go +3. So that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 to there. Because it was +3 to go into woods. So it's 4, 5 to there. Initiative. It's mine again. Smith's gonna activate all 3 of his divisions. So I'll need extend march rolls. So here's their movement. It's a 7.
Ouch.
Way to get there, because I shouldn't have moved Betty into the woods. That was really not smart. We'll move MacArthur first. Here's his extend march roll. 5, so he has to flip. Smith will move with him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. He has to stop He doesn't have to get into the Betty spot. There's Moore's roll. 4 plus 1 to 5, so he's actually okay. He's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Finally, Gerard's roll. He's okay. He's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to there. Initiative. Mine again. Gonna move these guys separately, one at a time. And we'll take MacArthur first, fatigue 3. Here's his movement. 7. He's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 to there. Initiative. Mine again. Now we'll try that with Jay Moore. So Jay Moore is going to go to fatigue 3. He's going to get a 1 movement roll. Here's his extended march. Then I'll do MacArthur's extended march. 3. He is okay because I think it's plus 2. So he's just going to make a move there with Smith. And now here's MacArthur's extended march. Get caught up. 5. He's going to lose a manpower. Actually, he's at 10.
10 with 2.
Plus 2, 7. He's going to lose 2 manpower. That's very unfortunate. Ask permission to not move more into the woods there.
Sure, that's fine.
Because he's not going to get into the battle. I'm just going to make an moves there for him.
Okay.
Initiative. I think I cleaned all that up.
Yeah, you did.
Yep. Getting a little late here in the evening for me.
Right.
Initiative. Mine again. Now we're attempting to do Gerard with Smith. So 5. Smith will transfer to him. So that's going to be 1. Oh, extend march. Take him. He's okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And he can't go any further either. He's done as well. Initiative. Mine again. For what it's worth. Okay. Well, we're going to attempt the core assault with Cox, called by Schofield. Here's the attempt. It does come off. General Thomas. Time for a grand assault. It does not come off. So this is Cox against Johnson. Oh, this is going to be ugly. 7 to 9. So the ratio is -1. Type is a +1. Artillery is 3 to 3, which is a 0, which is going to be another -1, I believe. Yep, -1 for artillery. Tactical is you're a 3. I'm a 3. Tactical's a wash. No flank, no terrain. So this is going to be a -1 assault. Is that what you see?
That is what I see. Bracing myself for the fortunes of war.
-1. And it's a -3 result.
Okay.
No effect on you.
And on 7.
7 is a 1. No, a 2D on me. Ouch. Initiative. It's yours.
Cheatham will activate. Yeah, just Smith. Come out of their entrenchments. Here's their movement. It's 5. And they will just go to there. Initiative. It's mine. They'll dig in there. Go. Initiative. It's yours.
I don't see any way I can take Brentwood.
I'm doing the same thing as you. I'm assessing the debits and the credits and trying to figure out potentially what you could do. I think the DAT is a lost cause. I think Schofield may be able to do something with Couch, but that would require a good lucky strike on bait.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm seeing. So I'm going to try to make those odds a little better, potentially. So Knipe is going to activate his 2 brigades. So here's their movement. 2 die plus 1. Could have used something a lot better than that. Well, let's just do this. 1, 2, 3. Initiative. It's mine. In the bottom of the barrel here. I'm going to activate both of Knipe's brigades to fatigue 2, and we're going to attempt an assault on Stevenson.
Okay.
Here's the attempt.
Look
It
at
comes
that.
off.
Your
So
assaults
this
have
is,
been on fire tonight.
yeah, I've had pretty good luck other than a couple key moments. I could use some grand assaults there, General Thomas. So it's 4-1. So that's a +3. Uh, +1 for type for +4. No artillery. It's woods and tacticals even, so it's +4 final.
That's what I see.
Okay, +4 final. +4 result. Could
Okay.
have used something better than that because I don't think that causes a
Yeah, no,
manpower.
no manpower loss.
And I pick up a fatigue, additional fatigue.
But they're done. They have to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there.
And I'll take this this old house mill. Initiative. It's yours.
I'm gonna pass.
Knife is going to activate. Doesn't matter. They're both the same. Oh, yeah. Johnson. Here's his movement. 8, 9. Extended march. He has to lose a manpower. He's going to go 1 through to page. Initiative. It's yours.
All right, Cheatham will activate Lowry then. Go to 2. Here's the movement +2. It's 4. Here's the extended march. He's okay. 2 to there, or 3 to there, and 4 to there. Yeah. Okay. Initiative. Yours. I see 3 potential attacks. One might net you 4 points. One might get you some manpower losses. And then the other one is could probably get some manpower losses, but it's also in danger of inflicting your own
Yeah.
casualties.
I'm going to activate Morgan. Here's his movement. 5. He's just going to make a min move to there. Initiative. It's mine. Activate Morgan again. Got nice movement rolls. He's just going to make a min move to there. Initiative. It's yours.
Okay. Yeah. Chalmers will have Rucker go to 3, and um, here's his movement. Well, he's going to put an extended, flanks refused
Flanks
marker up.
refused.
And here's his roll for extended. He's okay. Initiative. It's mine again. Biffle will march. He will self-activate, so here's his movement.
Biffle. Who the hell's Biffle?
He's been with Chalmers the whole time. So he has an extended march. He's okay. And I think he is going to go. He'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to there. Initiative. It is low ties, yours.
What did Knight do to you? Nothing. He didn't do nothing to you.
He's a frightful one.
Can Schofield activate couch, or is he
He sure can. He's got a line.
okay?
Oh, that was one of the 4 that I was looking at.
Yeah.
has potential, depending on what you feel you need to do.
Schofield's going to activate Couch for movement. So he goes to T3. Here's movement roll. It's 6 movement.
The all-important extended march roll, though.
Extended march roll.
Yeah.
4 plus 2. He's going to have to go to disorganized. I always want to go to flip, but that's not what they want. Flip. Schofield to transfer to him, and he will make a prepared assault on bait. So that's going to be 7 to 6 is the ratio. So the ratio does not apply. Tactical is a +1. Type is a +1. Artillery is I have 2 to your 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's a -1 on rolling is a -1 for artillery. I have for hexes for the flank, I have all 6 covered, but 1 comes off for Loring and Rucker. So it's a +3 final flank. So I have 5 up and 1 down for a final of a +4. See the same thing?
Sounds about right.
Okay, +4 final. Union left. Better right.
Mm.
It's a +5 result.
That will result in a manpower loss. That was the magic number, 5. Okay, so bait is done and demoralized. Whoops, he will demoralize. There we go. He will lose a manpower. I will give you a manpower loss. And then he has to go away to there. So no problem there. And then there. And then higher priority is not farther away, but by road, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 to there.
So Couch and Schofield can advance.
The only silver lining to that is there's no way you can attack going Zoc to Zoc from there. So, at least you got a manpower out of it.
Initiative. Mine with double ones. So I'm going to activate Hammond with Knight. Get him out of that little situation he's got himself into. Here's his movement. The 6. Extended march. 5. So he's going to lose a manpower. 1, 2 to there. They can keep moving, right? Because
Yeah,
it's restricted.
sure can.
So they're going to go. Well, they'll go to Johnson down there. Initiative. It's mine. We'll take Morgan to fatigue 3. Here's his movement. 3. Extended march. He's okay. He's going to go 1. Initiative. It's mine again. My plan was to get him to Baker's. That would cut Stevenson off for another 3 points. So we'll do this another way. Let's see. What do you have left there? Rucker's got a 2. Loring's got. He's now cut off. Yeah, so we're going to activate Biddle.
Not Biddle.
Take him to fatigue 1. Here's his movement. 2 dice divided by 2 is 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Initiative. Mine. Take him to fatigue 2. 2 dice divided by 2. 4 again. 1, 2, 3. Well, Stevenson is cut off.
So that puts you back at 31.
right now what I've got is I've got 12 manpower for Confederate losses, 4 for Union. That would be 36 manpower for Confederate and 8 for Union, which would put us at 28.
28, right? And then you got the.
Two cut off.
Okay.
Stevenson's cut off and Loring is cut off,
So that's 34.
which is a 34.
Nice. Just how amazingly razor thin these always are.
Um, okay, initiative. It's mine again. Okay. Okay, so Lowry, I can't cut Lowry off. What do I have left? Anything? So, Wilson's gonna activate Croxton and Harrison. Here's their movement. 2 die plus 2. 5 is 7. We're just gonna do a min move to there. Initiative. Yours.
Biffle March. Here's his movement +1. Nice. Here's his extended march +1. He's okay. So he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And lend comfort and aid to Stevenson in his time of need. Alright, initiative. It is mine. I will pass.
So that gives him LLC because he can go through Biffle. We'll take Wilson. We'll take Croxton Harrison to take 2. Here's their movement. 2 die plus 2. 12. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Initiative. It's yours.
We'll have Lowry March. Here is his movement. It's 5. Here's extended march of +1. It's okay. And he'll go there. Initiative. Yours.
Wilson will activate Croxton Harrison again. Them 3. They'll both need extended marches. 11. Johnson will go with Harrison. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wilson will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. Which I believe cuts off Loring, Lowry, and Stevenson, which gives me 37 points.
Okay.
Initiative. It's yours.
Oh, all right. So Lowry will go to 4. Movement 6. Extended march now of +3. He's going to lose a manpower. And he'll go there. Alright, initiative. It's yours.
Got 34 points. I got here.
I think it's going to come down to some kind of attack.
Yeah. Question is which one? Either
right.
do I
It's either going to put you over the top or or just inch it away.
dig the hole deeper? The question is, do I try it with Johnson, Harrison against Vassal? That's 2 to 1 plus 1. Assume I get the type.
Yeah, but
+1.
cavalry and all that, it's also a 1 manpower, so it's probably, you'd have to get a +5.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to see how much I put my total foot cab on. You're gonna have like a +1, so it's not gonna be plus the -1 streak. So now we're talking Chalmers. So let's just do that. Schofield will attempt an assault with Couch on Chalmers and Loring. So yeah, we're gonna attempt a course assault with Couch. Go ahead and we'll ask Thomas for a grand assault. And I get 2 more hexes that I can bring into this. So let's go ahead and we'll bring in Steedman and Morgan. Run the risk of getting some big manpower losses on myself here. But that gets my manpower up to 20 to 6. So that's a 3-to-1 ratio, so I get a ratio of +2. The type is a +1. Tactical is even. Artillery is, I now have 2, 4 to your
2.
2
Essentially, it's 1.5, but it
plus
rounds.
2, so that's
Yeah, you
no
got it covered,
effect.
right?
The flank is a plus. I've got all 6 hexes covered. Uh,
Becomes a +2.
None come off, and it's +2 for final flank. So it becomes a +5 final.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. +5 final.
That'll do it.
9
+8.
result.
So it's 2. What am I in there? Officially a 4. So yeah, that is a 2 DR for me. So that is going to, I think, win the game for you, Sarah. Which was what you needed to do. So 2 manpower losses. So that now puts me at 14 times 3. 42. Okay. 42 minus your 8 is 34 plus the stuff you got cut off. So yeah. All right. Well, they are going to go 1 to there, 2 to there, 3 to there, 4 to there, uh, 5 to there, 6 to there. Good job. You always manage to pull it out right at the clutch moment.
Not always, but okay.
And
Roll for initiative. I did move into the hex. There was no effect on me. Yeah, there was no effect. Initiative. It's yours. And right now I've got the final 37 is what I've got for points.
so I've got currently just 1 unit that is cut off, right?
Yes,
Stevens.
Stevenson is cut off. Everybody else is in line of communication, luring through the south and also through the north,
Okay.
or east and west.
I can't really do anything other than just let you do what you're going to do because I don't have anything that can uh, prevent you from taking those 3 away. So I would have to figure out a way to inflict manpower losses on you, um, which I cannot do. So, man, well done with that line of communication stuff. It's a grind, but as we've seen it in the retreat to the James. Yeah,
Yeah, Retreat to the James was a
yeah,
constant
yeah.
open up, close it, open up, close it, open up, close it.
So yeah, let's. I mean, I think you got it, and there's nothing I can do about it. But we'll assess the board for the folks at home. If I move Cheatham, if X then Y. So if I move Cheatham, MacArthur moves in there and gets 4 points. So that does not help me. You are not going to attempt to get Brentwood more than likely because
Not
if I
unless you move out of
if
there.
I move out of there, right, Johnson moves to do something and then you take it, right? And I've got nothing that can help reestablish the communication with the assumption that John R. Johnson is going to go up there and cut off those guys, and that would just get you to 37, right?
Uh, yes. I'm at 37 now.
You're at 37. Oh, with the manpower losses and everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna. I'll pass.
Okay. I'm content to pass as well.
Yeah, that's a really good job. Right to the very end, it was could have gone either way, and that's what I figured was there was one attack that was better than all the rest, and that was Schofield to Cox, and he just got those dynamite rolls and got into
Yeah.
place, and then he took out bait, and then and then along came Jones, along came Schofield. And he got the fantastic, and that was the one I figured was, you've got Loring and Chalmers surrounded, so you're gonna go for manpower losses at that point. And boy, howdy, I mean, those incredible combat rolls. Plus finally Thomas came through and said,
Yeah,
"Okay, send in the the Department of
that's
the
sending
Etowah."
everybody. Yeah,
Right. So, good game. Well done. So final thoughts on your side then.
I think I understand after tonight a little more about how they've set up the scenario. I think they want. I mean, I felt going in, I needed to attack. I needed to try to get manpower losses, which I think is what they want too. I think from the designer's point, want to force the Union to attack. And I the other thing I went going in was to be very patient. But boy, I looked at this a lot. I really wanted to come up with some way to attack the eastern flank of the Confederate line, the right flank. And Cheatham sits there with 12 manpower and 8 artillery pieces, and that's tough. You can't do that.
Oh,
So
it
I
sure
ended up
is. Yeah, it's
so
it's Fortress.
yeah. I mean, it's you just. I mean, either I think the gamble there is you go in with a minus attack, hoping to get a D
Get a little
result,
breakthrough, right?
and whittle that down a little bit. If you go and try to get a nice positive number, you're going to really run the risk of getting a huge defeat right off the bat.
Sure.
But so I went around the western flank and focused in on trying to set up flanks. If I could break it, and I got a really good die roll with Knipe to get those cav units into Brentwood early, though it didn't give me any points. I knew you had to think about that a
Yeah,
lot.
well, yeah. Anytime you can get me to react, certainly.
Um, so and I had some really nice die rolls tonight on combat. That really obviously made a huge difference. So,
Yeah, when you needed them, they were clutch. So,
but for a low density 2 day scenario, it's been a long night. I know we had
very
some fairly late start and a
yeah. Officially here before editing, 3 hours 24 minutes, and this one it was again another one of those very much akin to a chess match where I figure I can predict this, then you're going to do that to a point. But it just got to the point where I just ran out of credits to spend because I had so many units that were demoralized just from the first day that those moving parts are no longer effective. If I had just been able to uh, keep one or two of them, then I might have mounted some kind of a counterattack. But
right.
right now, there's no realistic way that I can do anything other than try to scare cavalry. But if I move those units away, then that's just opening up another vulnerability. So as it stands, 37 potentially with a 40 is a very good Union marginal for this one. But it's a lot of work, but it certainly can be done. I man, this is one where I thought I had it in the bag there for a while. Once I had that defensive triangle right there north of Brentwood, that I could get all approaches that I knew you were coming from that way.
Yeah.
But you were just getting some monumental die rolls. I will be honest that when you said I'm going to move into the blacksmith shop, I didn't say anything because as part of your training, Padawan, I didn't I didn't want to give you that free one because that was so vitally important to me that you did that, and I was like, oh yeah, okay. And then when you saw it later, your lessons were learned. But
Yeah. I visualized you coming. I can't remember who you had over somewhere. You had somebody over there that was just, oh, if he moves in, I have to fight this battle all over again.
mhm.
But at the same time, it became a huge roadblock. It obviously affected my ability to launch any sort of decent attack on Brentwood.
So after the second play, now that we both experienced both sides, what we say are the fundamentals for both sides, for Union and Confederate? What are the bullet points that people should
Ooh.
focus on? Aside from getting fantastic die rolls on combat and movement, let's put those aside.
um, and you're welcome to have a different opinion. I
Yeah.
think the Union player has to be looking to attack and get. on day one, and if you can crack an opening and run somebody to Brentwood, do that. Because you did that last week and it created a lot of problems for me. I was able to kind of get around it. In retrospect, I'm trying to remember how that played out. I ran some units back and was able to get you out of Brentwood, as you did with me. But it does create to me, it created a lot of problems for me. But I think the Union player has to look. I mean, that's what I was looking at when I was looking at the spreadsheet this week. It's like, man, there's just, even if I take Brentwood, you don't win. You got to get points somewhere else. You got to get it through manpower
Right,
losses.
right. I think very similarly that the Union must not be afraid to attack. It's really it's two sides of the same coin. On day one, the Union should not be afraid to mount some vigorous assaults, potentially on that western flank, as historically happened. You not going the way I predicted, which was against Ector, but going in for Lowry and Stewart, setting that up with the patience of it, and getting the DAT in there, and setting up that flank. That was unexpected by me, and I think it paid a dividend for you because it helped open that crease a little bit so that you got the granny white pike.
Yeah.
The other side of the coin, now that I've played the Confederate, I should not be afraid to lose manpower, because even for the longest time, when I hit 10 manpower losses, I'm like, oh my gosh, I got 30. But then with your two, that brought it down to, you know, what, 26 points. So I
Yeah.
had that flexibility of 8 to 10 points there, that it's like, okay, let's do rope a dope. You hit me and I'll take some losses, but as long as I keep it manageable. It was only at the point that you started going LOC for the win, I was like, oh my god, because you're just dogged about that, and you use those. You ran out of stuff with Knipe, and then you brought Wilson and all the other guys, and I figured as soon as Wilson ran out, here came Hatch and all the rest of them with their remainders. So that dogged pursuit of that, just for a couple of points here and there, that makes me think that the Confederate player absolutely needs to just go ahead, and if you're going to pull back, just, have a defensible line, but just bring it all the way to the county line, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, and I got, I had a tremendous, somewhere in there, I had a great die roll with Wilson that really brought him into play. But yeah, well, that was what I was worried about last week, was when do I pull back
because
to
there's
get out
such
of
there's
Davis
such a
County.
stout force, not only just having Cheatham there from the beginning, but just even having those last few rear guard units to prevent anyone from the Etowah, or
Yeah.
or Schofield and Cox and all them from coming down the Nolansville pike. That's huge, just because it keeps the Union honest on that side. So that's why I didn't bring them
Hmm.
all the way back. But after a while, you managed to get in behind them, and that won you the game.
Yeah, it was a little more. Yeah, this was.
We're both very tired.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's been I mean, just trying to figure it all out. It's.
It's dizzying, to be honest. You know. Uh, well, I guess this is the point where we give you your weekly admonition to please give us your feedback and comments down in the comment section below. And if you've not yet, click the subscribe button. If you're brand new to this channel, you've just kind of stumbled upon it, uh, go ahead and click the subscribe button. You'll see these. We try to put them out once a week. And the thumbs give us a little idea that you are enjoying the content. And of course, helps the algorithm, but don't tell anybody apparently. But we are glad you're here joining us. And next week, we move on to scenario number
7.
7. Is it time for that Devil Forest? Which one is
Hood.
this?
This is
Oh,
Hood's retreat.
oh great. More retreating. Hooray.
Yeah, we're back to running away. Run
Yes.
away,
Run
dear Sir
away.
Robin. Run away. Um,
Brave, brave Sir Robin.
these are the ones that usually I get pretty badly beat up on.
Uh,
So,
well, well, you're on a roll now, 2 weeks in a row. So let's see if that streak will
oh
continue.
yeah, let's see. Yeah.
But
So anyway,
we,
nice game tonight.
yeah, very good game, and we will see you all here next time. And thank you for the game tonight, sir. Have a good
Thank
weekend.
you. You too. Bye bye.
Bye bye.